Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cobb Brothers podcast. This is episode number 99.
Cyrus is hosting.
I'm hosting this week.
Yeah.
All right. About time I get my muffins. Anyways,
Get my money.
we're gonna go in the Discord order. Right below me, we've got the wonderful Oscar.
How's it going, everyone? Good morning.
Next to
3:30 in
him,
the morning.
yeah, let's deceive him as much as possible. To his left, we've got, as always, Colton.
Beware of the chupacabras. The chupacabras.
All right. Below those two, we've got Drake Obama, also known as Brandon.
Hello, everybody.
That's Drake Obama to you.
Drake Obama, I'm sorry. He's got a magnificent beard and everything.
Obama.
Yeah.
Bro Obama.
Break.
Obama.
And I'm
What's your
Cyrus,
name,
your hostess
Cyrus?
today. Oh, I'm Bum Stickity Bum.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is Bum Stickity Bum coming at you, episode
Episode
99.
99,
Isn't that a
right?
fucking song? Stoichiometry.
What a incredible last 99 episodes it's been. Or 98. You know? We're almost at 100.
Mm-hmm.
3 digits.
What are we doing for 100, Weds?
Nothing. We
What are
stopped
we
here.
doing?
This is the last
Yeah,
one.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. And the
So it
podcast ends now. Bye,
All right,
everybody.
cool. Thank you.
This-
Yeah. It's been 2 years since we've started this project.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at us.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here, if you will.
It was hilarious because when we started, we never thought we'd make episode 1.
Yeah.
Let alone
That was
100.
episode 0 was a brutal introduction to us realizing we knew nothing about recording stuff.
It was
Absolutely not.
It was the mic I'm currently using right now, set up on a laptop, trying to record 4 voices. We just had it angled up into the ceiling because we thought that was going to do it.
It worked out fantastically, however.
You didn't.
There was no echo. If you guys haven't listened to episode 1, I highly don't recommend it. Just start
No,
with episode
I
2.
highly recommend it, though.
Yes,
Everyone needs to listen to that.
so we know where we came from, you know.
Episode 1 isn't that bad. It's the episode X, the one that we didn't release.
Episode 0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
because
unreleased episode.
we decided, you know what we should do? We should aim one microphone into the ceiling, just pointed straight up, and we should do it in front of a swamp cooler that's running at full blast, and a fish tank, and other people talking in the house.
It worked out great.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
I don't see the issue.
Here we are, 99
Yeah.
episodes later, and we,
Have our own isolated room, no more background noise.
Yep.
I mean, the only
Except for
background
today.
noise that we have down there is that washing machine that's down there. But when the door's closed, even if it's just cracked, you can't hear it on our mics at all.
Hell,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll do something special this week. We'll figure it out. We got a week.
We got it. We got to do it.
Anyways, boys, what's going on this week? What do we got to talk about?
Games, Xbox.
Yeah, game showcase. That's what I was watching before we joined up on Discord and everything. And there's some pretty cool titles coming out.
Don't forget
Time
about
out real quick.
PlayStation and yeah, PlayStation had their broadcast earlier this week as well, where they showed off the new Spider-Man gameplay.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Spooderman.
that's where it started. And
Dude,
then
I'm hyped for that new Spider-Man game. I saw that showcase last week or whatever it was, and that game looks amazing.
There's already hella
Yep.
memes for it too.
didn't take long.
There better be
I-
fucking.
I saw one where Miles punches Peter in the face when he's wearing the Spider-Man costume, and he turns and looks at him, and then he turns to the villain from the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh man,
I hope Venom's in that, because I did see him in the
I'm
symbiote
Venom's
suit.
in the game. Venom's
yeah, I'm
in
pretty
the
sure
game.
Venom's like the main starting villain. I'm pretty sure that's like at least
Good.
he's gonna be the big guy in the game because they have the
It-
black
no,
suit and everything.
Yeah, well, in the Spider-Man game, Venom it's Venom Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's like how in Spider-Man 3 he was partially in his suit.
Yep.
Like he.
Venom
I wonder if that's.
Spider-Man.
I wonder if that's how they're gonna do it too. If like it was Venom inside of his suit, so he really only f***ed with him when he wore the suit.
Well, no, see, so that's just a misconception. He is wearing this, like, once he puts the symbiote suit on, he's wearing it continuously. It changes into his external clothes when he's just walking around town, and then when he goes Spider-Man form, it covers over his whole body. The symbiote's inside of him.
Hmm.
I was just referencing like how in the Spider-Man 3 movie it like attaches to his suit and he goes all crazy for a bit and he only took it off that one time, and right before he went out he was like, "Ooh, that's awesome," and then you put that timeless fucking dancing scene.
It's fantastic.
Oh,
Dude, I
man.
hope they better fucking make it a little Easter egg of that scene with Peter Parker and wearing the symbiote suit, just fucking losing his mind and dancing through the city, like
They
with that
definitely
symbiote.
got the attitude in his voice from the clips that I've seen.
Yeah, he's like a completely different Parker.
I thought they did do that in the other Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, like
Into the first one.
whenever he was wearing Venom, he talked different, acted different, and everything like that. So I'm assuming they're probably going to do the same.
He was a bit of a d-bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Bishop D-bag.
But yeah, I did see a meme where somebody's talking about like, oh, the universe that we live in, like who's our Spider-Man? It's the popsicles. We're
Yeah.
in his world. We have Spider-Man
The
pops.
popsicles.
Yeah,
What-
that's
what
the
film
real
We're in
world
the
Spider-Man.
universe where superheroes don't really exist.
Yeah, so we have popsicles of SpongeBob.
What sins did our
What are you
Spider-Man
talking
commit to
about?
be forsaken by? You know the Spider-Man popsicle, where it looks like
The
all
ones with the
badass on
eyes all
wrap,
fucked
and then
up.
Oh
you
yeah,
open it and
yeah.
it just looks horrible.
Every universe has a Spider-Man. That's our Spider-Man.
The standard rolling
Alright.
cart ice cream vendor
Poor guy.
that usually has elotes.
Not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need.
Exactly.
There needs to be vendors like that everywhere.
So we had a lot of game showcases this week, and we had Summer Games Fest on Thursday.
Yep.
One of the big reveals from that one was a brand new Prince of Persia title, titled The Lost
Ooh.
Crown.
Very cool.
It's
And
paying-
everybody's sorry, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was saying it's paying homage to the original 2D games that came out on what was the original system, Colton? Help me out.
PlayStation.
PlayStation. No, before that. Like I'm talking before Sands of Time, the original Prince of Persia.
Oh, PC.
Yeah, PC.
It was like an
That would be right.
IBM Commodore 64 title,
Mhm.
I think.
Yep.
Wow.
I was gonna say people are hating on it because it's going back to a Metroidvania style, and everybody's like, "You're leaving. Why are you departing the form and everything of it?" It's like it's going back to what it was originally.
Because of Assassin's Creed. Like if we just make Assassin's Creed with Prince of Persia, people are going to compare it to Assassin's Creed too much.
Yeah,
And they don't want to undermine the Assassin's Creed series at this point.
it's too big of a moneymaker. Too big of a
Yeah.
The
cash.
first Prince
Yeah.
of Persia came out on October 3rd, 1989.
Golly. Yeah, that was a while ago. I think it'll be fine. It's just the biggest asterisk around this new release is that it is a Ubisoft title, and they have a track record of being doo-doo water.
They're so hit and miss with their stuff. Like they have a great idea and a great like upfront like forthcoming with it, and then it just turns out so bad.
I haven't forgiven
Yeah.
them for Extraction and those dog shit
Yeah.
achievements.
That game was
Extraction was awful.
it should have just been a Siege DLC.
Yeah.
Like
It's fun to f around in for a few minutes, but past that, it loses its value very quickly.
switching on to the harder difficulties is like, why would you do it?
Yeah,
Like,
and
what
you
do you
had
have
to
against
if you wanted
yourself?
to level up, because if you wanted to play the game for 700 more hours than you should, you could just keep doing it on easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid. Because you pretty much had to level up every character to max rank to get every achievement in the game. And that was stupid because there wasn't worth it. It was worth maxing like 2 characters at most. The 2 that you wanted
Yeah.
to play as.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. But that's fine.
It flopped.
It's
It's gone now.
Big flop.
The
Isn't there a
Anno
move from
games,
GameStop?
some of them were pretty decent.
Mm. I hope they don't butcher the
Which
next
game's called?
Assassin's Creed.
Anno,
Yeah, I know.
it's their like Sim City Skyline style game.
Mm.
It's pretty popular.
Next at Games Summerfest, Summer Games Fest, whatever they called it, Big Summer Games, they announced Dead by Daylight is getting an update. They're adding Nicolas Cage into the game. I don't know how that makes you guys
Shut.
feel.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Nicolas
I don't
Cage is
care.
What are they?
hitting
He's
the...
probably going to be a villain.
Yep, he's the villain, and he's arriving on July 25th. So
Is he
next
gonna
Is
week.
he
be
the Renfield?
No, he's just Nicolas Cage in Nicolas Cage. Like in a Nicolas Cage outfit.
What?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is the killer.
Yeah. It's
I'm
awesome.
gonna
There's
steal your
like
heart.
there's like a 40-second trailer and it's just Nicolas Cage walking around the map. It's fantastic.
The bees!
I'm
The
gonna-
bees! I wonder if
Mhm.
it's
The
attacks
bees!
bees.
Or is a
Mm.
special like kill maneuver that's like he throws
No,
bees
that's
at you.
that's probably what the survivors are gonna have to use against him, like as a
Bees?
perk or
The
something.
bees?
Yeah,
Oh no, not the bees.
Hit the bees!
I'm looking it up right now because I got to see this.
Absolutely. They also revealed gameplay for Alan Wake 2. That's on its way later this year.
Let's fucking go!
Yep,
Let's
yep.
go!
That got announced at the Xbox showcase.
hmm
Or the PlayStation. No, that was announced at the PlayStation
Yeah.
showcase. That's right.
They just showed off some gameplay that's going on with this next one. So that's going to be exciting.
I'm super excited for Alan Wake. I love Alan Wake. So fucking
Can
cool.
shape the fabric of reality. Says Nicolas Cage.
They announced a new Sonic
We-
title. I don't know if you guys saw
Oh, what's that?
Really?
It's titled Sonic Superstars, and basically they're updating the 2D formula of the game. They're beefing
Okay.
up the graphics. It's kind of like a Sonic Mania, but they're beefing up the graphics and they're adding like a pseudo 3D moments in the game where you just like go beyond the screen.
What Sonic 3D should have been
Pretty much.
from the Sega Genesis days. With the
Mm,
32X.
Just more the same. More
Yep.
Sonic. More fast.
I'm excited. I don't
The
know
one that
about
was
you.
on the 32X was the first one that was like fully 3D and everybody hated it.
Oh, Sonic Boom. Everyone loves Sonic Boom.
The game or the show?
Sonic Boom!
The game.
I thought you were talking about Guile from Street Fighter's move.
Nah.
Oh,
Sonic
oh, oh.
Boom! Sonic Boom!
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom. Okay. They also announced. I know you guys. We were talking about Twisted Metal a few weeks back. They
Shut
announced that
Stop.
there will be a TV series on Peacock at the end of next month.
Yes, I knew there was a
Aw.
TV show coming.
Yeah. So not a new game, but they're going to be doing a TV
God.
series.
If the TV
Damn
series does well, though, we can hope to God there's a new game.
Correct.
I would be so happy with a Twisted
I
Metal
want a game of it. Yeah. I need a Twisted Metal game in my life.
Mhm.
You would all have to buy PS5s.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know so,
I
yeah.
guarantee you that
Oh.
would be a PS5 only title.
I would probably buy PS5 to play some more Twisted Metal.
There you go.
It's worth it.
I'd buy PS5 to play Ragnarok.
Would you? Did you? Would you? You can right
No,
now.
I didn't.
Okay.
I mean,
mean,
yeah, you could right now.
Yeah, why have you
Oh,
done it
buy
already?
one. Yeah.
Wait.
They showed
Oh,
off
who's that?
extended gameplay for Mortal Kombat 1, which even led into a TikTok stream I saw earlier today where somebody was just straight up playing the game.
But it was only one level, right?
It was one level, and they kept hitting rematch so that they didn't pick new characters. It
It
looks
was still,
like
I didn't know there were duos or something like that, right?
so it's 1v1 matches, but you can pick a partner that you can also chain combos with. So they're telling people that to experiment and play around with different character combos because everybody's got specific niches.
Which that is like a Marvel versus Capcom arcade style thing where
Mhm.
they had support characters that you could either swap to or they could assist you for your like ultra abilities and stuff, so you could hit people with 1,000 times combos and shit like that.
It reminds me of the WWE where people can have their managers stand ringside. So like imagine Paul Heyman standing next to Scorpion with the urn. That'd be fantastic.
You're going in here! You're dead!
That's fantastic.
Shut up, Paul. This is the 14th time.
I don't know. Those were kind of my notes to take away from Summer's Game Fest. It was cool, but it was like
They did the Xbox one today, right?
yeah, and then the Xbox one was this morning. It was at like 10 a.m. I think, Pacific Standard Time, because that's what we go off of.
Now they know
Those are
Beagle?
American minutes.
America, man.
T -7 currently. It's -8 whenever the daylight savings thing goes the other direction.
All of you in Denver.
Get wrecked, nerds.
I
Hey,
actually
like the Broncos over there.
come on. I wrote down every single game they announced. I was gonna go in order by like what I found cool and important. There's a lot of day one
Nice.
Game Pass games because obviously that's their bread and butter. They want games to come out day one on Game Pass. They
Yeah.
opened it up with Fable. There's a gameplay trailer, and they just announced that it's coming out soon.
Is it a
New
remaster?
Fable, okay.
They're rebooting the series, so they're making a brand new game that's just titled Fable.
Oh,
I wonder if it'll be the original vision they have for the original game, where they were like, "Oh yeah, look at all these role-playing elements that didn't make the final cut." because we
I
couldn't
hope
fulfill it.
so.
Yeah, I saw the new Fable trailer. It looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I never played the original games, but it looks like it's a step in a new story, kind of.
Yeah.
The first Fable was so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't played any of them.
they're all on Game Pass right now.
What is it? Is it just like
It's an
what is it?
RPG.
Like an open world RPG, or
Yeah,
what's
kinda.
its niche?
Think of
What's its
Kingdom
niche?
Come, but very fun to play.
So the niche for Fable is there is a reputation system for good and evil. If you're a
All
good
right.
player, your character stays pretty, so to speak, up to the point where I believe you can get a halo. The opposite end of the spectrum is the evil character, which by the end of the game you can actually have horns.
Okay, so it's like Red Dead 2, but Fable. Got it.
Like Red Dead 2's moral meter, yeah.
Alright.
Or your honor meter, that's what it was.
It's definitely I would say it's a hack and slash style RPG in the realm of the games like Dark Cloud and
Darksiders?
Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Is it like over the shoulder? Is it first person?
It's like a third person.
It's like a
Okay.
top down third person kind of view.
Yeah, from what it look, the new one looks like it looks more like a. Did you ever see that game Little Nightmares, where you're like a tiny dude and there's like a bunch of giant monsters and stuff? The scene that they showed off, it looked like a mix of that with like kind of like Tomb Raider elements, where you're running through something and evading shit, but also in third person, kind of, and in control of it.
All right.
Fun.
That's kind of the vibe that I got off of it. It looks really, really cool though. It has some comedic vibes to it too, with like the way that they were telling the story and stuff, and it seems like it's going to be a very fun game.
And it's being rebooted, so you can just start with this one. Unless you want to play the other ones. That's cool too.
Well, it'll be on 360, so I don't know about that.
It's on Game
No,
Pass.
it's on Game Pass.
All of them are on Game Pass.
Well, yeah.
They,
I was saying the 360
versions, though.
copies.
Yep.
Didn't they remaster the first one?
Yeah, for 360.
Yeah.
I guess if you
Then
can
the
call
other
it a
two.
remaster.
No, I think they remastered it again after that with the PC version and all the like texture packs that had.
Probably.
That's a cool fact, Senator. Why don't you back it up with the source?
Fable Anniversary came out
That's it.
2014.
Yep.
Okay.
The first installment in the Fable series. Yeah, it was a remake of the first one for 360 and PC.
Yep.
Nice.
That's what it was.
And
yeah.
I believe that one also included the DLC, which added a little bit of content to the end of the game.
Fable: The Lost Chapters. Yep.
Yes, where you could actually like get the mask from the final boss and then put it on. But if you put it on, you could never take it back off, and it made you permanently evil.
Oh wow.
I'm evil.
Cool.
And it would sometimes make decisions for you, if I remember correctly.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
some kinky
actually.
shit.
It's gonna be
It's
fun.
been a long time since I played the original Fable, though.
So, like, what's the objective of Fable?
Killing the
Like a
big
quick
evil
rundown
guy
for
at the end.
All right.
Win.
Because so the game opens with the village that you were raised in getting burned to the ground,
Hell yeah.
and everybody you know being killed.
Sick.
And then so the
Gotta love
whole
it.
game is vengeance basically.
Okay.
And then
Alright.
I don't think you could do it in the first one, but the second game introduced the ability to like purchase houses and stuff.
Oh, like real estate?
Yeah,
Real estate.
and you could also
So
get
real estate.
married and stuff like that.
That's
That's
pretty cool.
All right.
Might be fun. It might be a lot of fun.
It was a big competitor for Mass Effect.
I was
second
gonna
one,
ask
right?
if it's like similar to Mass Effect.
Because I think the second one came out around Mass Effect's
Yeah.
heyday. But a lot of people love the second game. It's the third game that draws.
Everybody
Dissidents.
hated on the third one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's cool. It's Endgame. Literally Endgame.
It's like Mass Effect 3. It's the easy one to hate on. Until
Yeah.
Andromeda came out.
Yeah, and then
Halo 3 got the third one right. Gears 3 got the third one right.
Call of Duty
'Cause
3 did it right.
Yeah. I mean, it was the last of those kinds of Call of Duty's games.
The
That's
Last
what that
of
was-
Us.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Call of Duty 4 changed it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
How's
It
up?
really did.
It basically took modern shooters and went, "Hey, this is what it should be."
Yeah, like the first few Call of Duty games are nothing like modern Call of Duty. Wouldn't
Modern
recognize them
Warfare.
as the same.
Yeah.
COD4, the first Modern Warfare, basically took GoldenEye and went, okay, here's GoldenEye, but you have two teams that are doing the same
And you can
thing.
call in attack helicopter and attack dogs. Like,
Also, you can
Yeah.
use left
Or
trigger
it
to
was a
aim down
Predator drone,
sights.
right?
You don't
What
have to
was-
click
it
the
was UA
stick anymore.
wasn't it 3 locked kill streaks like it was in World at War?
Yes.
Yes.
It was. I want to try to guess them. It was UAV.
Yep.
Predator and then attack dogs.
Airstrike.
Airstrike.
Yep.
Okay. And then
And-
Predator. That's right. Predator drone was introduced in Modern Warfare too.
Yeah. The three were
That
it
thing
was
was wild.
UAV, the airstrike, and then the attack helicopter.
Yeah, because or World at Wars is you get the recon plane, artillery, and then the dogs.
Enemy
Was it
recon
attack helicopter or
plane.
was it chopper gunner? I don't remember.
It was an attack helicopter.
Okay.
I vividly remember it being an attack helicopter because every time somebody called one in, it would nuke the map
Basically.
for 7 kills, 7
Nice.
measly kills. Because at that point it was like, oh god, I got 7 kills in a row. I'm baller. Yeah.
Was
Super
the
baller.
was the tactical nuke in the first Modern Warfare, or was
No.
that first in Modern Warfare 2?
MW2.
Yeah.
And that's for 25 kills in a row, right?
Correct. And
Yeah.
that includes kill streaks. That's what made
Yeah,
it so
it included
overpowered.
kill streaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one good AC-130, and then you ended the game.
It
in
was
the first 30
Harriers,
seconds.
AC-130, and then you get your nuke.
Oh, the Harriers! I
I
the sound
always
of them
made
coming in still gives me nightmares, dude.
I always made it a point to just slaughter whoever was calling in the chopper gunner or the AC-130. I would always hunt them down.
Because
you
it would
know they're
kick them out of
crowding
it when they died, right?
Huh?
It ended their
It
kill
would
streak,
kick them out if they died.
No, it just ended their kill streak.
so they couldn't get the nuke.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I was one of those guys that was running the freaking tactical insertions that would end up flipping in their spawns.
You fool.
So like I would put a tac insert up, I would run out, I would flip the spawns, and then I would hunt the guy down, or my teammates would inevitably kill him.
It's a circle of life.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So is life.
So the next game, and that was only the first game in Xbox's showcase. They actually announced a lot of games. The next
I
one,
only got
Oh,
about
yeah.
halfway through it.
The next one was like they said it was gameplay footage, but it didn't look like it. It's a game called South of Midnight, and it just had a video of a guy playing a guitar, and then some lady's like, "Huh."
That
just started
game
talking.
actually looks pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it does.
The animation style
like
and
a-
everything,
but
it got me hooked. I'm
it was
interested
straight
to
up
see
a
more of it.
teaser, though. It was like not really showing anything.
It was probably, I believe it was in-game, like in-engine
Mhm.
footage, but not gameplay or cutscene footage either. They just made a cutscene in-game for the teaser.
Thankfully, it's another day one Game Pass game, so you can just
Yes,
try it.
Yeah, it looks
Let's
very
go!
cool though. That old dude playing the guitar, it caught me because the animations on that were impressive because he was actually playing the correct notes. Like it wasn't just a dude sitting there doing guitar animations. His fingers were actually hitting where they were supposed to be hitting.
It's like those YouTube videos to see if people are animating musicians correctly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But they sync it up with the person actually playing the song. It's like, oh, they aren't playing it
that
at
doesn't
all.
sound right at all.
It's like prank,
I-
prank, prank,
It reminds
prank.
me of those
Prank.
what the actual audio sounds like, or a scene without the music, and it's just like.
Hell yeah.
I
What the
also like
fuck?
the ones. I like the ones where they take out the background music and it's just the artist actually like lipping what they're lipping.
Yeah, and it just sounds a little awkward. It's like, yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
ah,
Ooh.
ah, ah.
Shimon!
The next game is a world premiere. They announced finally the next Star Wars game called Outlaws.
yes, it looks so
Ooh.
good.
The trailer
Oh,
is
it
is
looks
insane.
so good, dude.
One bad problem though. There's one really big negative. It's the Ubisoft Star Wars game.
Yeah.
fucking Ubisoft.
Ooh.
But
We all
they've
remember
been
what happened
working.
last time.
They've
Mhm.
been working on this one secretly for years.
Yeah.
Isn't this supposed to
They
be the open
announced
world
this one.
Star Wars game?
Yes.
Yep.
They
Yeah, it
announced
looks pretty
this
cool.
game years ago, didn't they?
Yeah. They announced they were working on this one years and
Yeah, I
years
don't
ago.
think they gave a name, but they said that they were working on an open Star
Open
They
Wars.
said they were
Star
working
Wars.
on it. Well, and there was a private developer that was building something too, and they got shut down a couple years ago, I think.
Mhm. So
It
if
looked, but
Ubisoft,
like, it's an open world. Like, what is it? They show anything in the trailer? Or is it just
Yeah,
saying that
it
it's in
was like
development?
your character was like playing a poker game inside of a cantina, and they went all in, and then a bounty hunter or someone shows up, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, gotta go," and they grab a bunch of the chips, and the people at the table start shooting at them. Then the bounty hunter starts shooting at them, and they were just basically like running across the galaxy and shit. Till someone was like, "Hey, you don't have to run anymore. If we do this mission, you'll be set and all that."
Mhm.
So it looks like
Oh,
you're
okay.
kind of a outlaw in the Star Wars universe, just trying to evade the Empire and evade bounty hunters and shit like that.
That's
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Dude, I hope it's like interactive world where like they're constantly hunting you. Like they
Yeah.
just run
Okay.
into you on the planet or something.
So this is the Star Wars Outlaws is being published by Ubisoft and developed by Massive Entertainment, which is the same studio that did Tom Clancy's
Division.
Division 2
Nice.
and
Yo,
Frontiers of
okay.
Pandora.
That's promising. Because the Division 2 works. It's a good game. I just don't like playing it.
Fucking
They
Yeah.
also did Far Cry 3,
Oh, okay.
Assassin's Creed Revelations.
What?
Oh.
Oh, we're getting the good side of Ubisoft on this one.
Yes,
Ah.
sir.
Look at the
Yes.
This
side
is
that
why all
works.
the
It's a
bad games have been
massive
coming out.
title. It's a massive title. So this
I
is
get it. I get it.
this is hopeful.
The
I'm
Good news, everyone.
the heads at Ubisoft got together and went, all right, we cannot fuck this one up. This one has to be good.
okay. So here's the synopsis. In Star Wars Outlaws, Kay is looking to attempt one of the biggest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen, all in an effort to start a new life.
Hmm.
The thing on her shoulder, the little animal thing's name is Nyx,
Nice.
and the droid
Whoa,
is a
wait, hey,
BX
hey, hey.
commando droid.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
like the one
From
in the Mandalorian, that bounty hunter droid.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
It's not. It doesn't quite look like that.
It's one of those similar kinds of droids.
It's an.
No, no, it's
It
more of
looks
the one
more.
from Rogue One. The one from
It
Rogue One.
it looks like on Battlefront 2, the droid that can pop the smoke cloud.
Correct.
It looks like one of those guys.
Dope.
I'm pretty sure in Rogue One, didn't they have a droid that was like that same model?
No, that's just a that one's an Imperial like that's basically the Imperial's version of C3PO is the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
The trailer
And
was
they're
very good.
and they're actually working with Lucasfilm Games too.
Yep.
Bringing it all
Dude,
together.
I want to remaster. What's it called? Force Unleashed. That's what I want. I love you. Keeps me sane.
Dude, I'm fucking hyped on that one.
It's gonna be a good one. I think this is gonna be a good
Yeah, I love Star Wars.
one. Next game that they announced, it's like I like the art style in this one. It's like a top-down dungeon crawler. It's a crawler. It's titled 33 Immortals. It looked
Okay.
pretty fun. Like I said, top-down dungeon crawler. Nothing really go wrong. I'm not sure what the art style reminds me of. It's like I want to say Breath of the Wildy, a little bit like the newer Zelda
Alright.
games. Kind of is what it's going
Okay.
for. Day one Game Pass, and I think that's launching later this year or early next year. So it's coming very soon. So in case
What's it
Diablo
called?
gets boring, 33 Immortals.
33
Yeah,
Immortals.
yes. That one, the big thing that caught my eye is that
Mhm.
it's 33 player co-op.
Yes,
What?
Yeah,
correct.
33 player co-op. That's why it's called
How do you-
33 Immortals. It's like a top down, like kind of a dungeon crawler looking thing.
Another
You have 33 motherfuckers going about it on the adventure.
Huh.
Looks pretty cool.
another top-down dungeon crawler style game that is absolutely phenomenal is the Baldur's Gate series, and Baldur's Gate 3 is in early access currently. It's been in early access for a while, so it's
Hmm.
it's not going to
Aren't
come
the,
down in price anytime soon, but it's an amazing series.
Isn't that also on Game Pass? The like the trilogy or whatever it is.
Baldur's Gate 1 and 2,
Yep.
I think,
Yeah.
are on Game
Or-
Pass.
I saw them when I was just perusing through Game Pass.
Perusing, as one does.
Yeah,
Perusing.
of course. Yeah. You don't peruse Game Pass?
No, I
They're
typically
in the
browse. I
Elder
don't peruse
Scrolls
anymore. I'm a
universe.
grown man.
Shut the fuck up. He peruses, everyone. He peruses.
Next game
No, I
that
said
they
I
showed
browse.
off
Sorry,
is
go ahead.
Oh, no worries. Next game that they showed off that's coming out September 21st. That's about 3 months away. Is Payday 3. They showed off.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah.
And
Let's go!
the
I
best
never got to
part,
play the first two.
that's okay because this one's gonna be day one Game Pass.
And I
Nice.
will-
Let's go!
I'll
Yeah.
say that's probably my biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's given me for it because honestly, watching the trailer, it looked more like a Payday 2 remaster. Like there were some new things, but I didn't play the second one enough to know if they were like new or not.
That's fine. It's
When
time
I-
to start over.
When I
Yeah.
tried
Yeah,
to
you know what that
play
means, lads.
Payday,
I'm sure
I
it's gonna
couldn't
look
figure out how
much
to get
better
past
when it
the title
drops.
screen.
What does that mean, Oscar?
You know what that means?
What?
We gotta fucking play Payday 2 now. That's it. That's just what it is now.
I already give up.
On the podcast now.
I think Payday
This
2's
really
been on
was the
Game
last
Pass this whole
episode.
time. Yeah, Payday 2's been on Game Pass
Yeah.
this whole time, and we've played it maybe once 5 years ago. This is
What's
how it happens.
wrong with it?
We just don't play it.
It wasn't really the game; it was the people we were playing with. I'm not
We
gonna
had-
drop names.
Yeah, we had a coach that decided to just play the game for us, and then tell us how to play.
And then if we made a mistake, we'd restart an hour and a half of progress
Oh.
because he didn't announce that was going to be a mistake.
Hey, don't narrow it down. This person decided
Sorry
that we were
They,
making a
them.
mistake. Yeah,
It
the
could be
person of
anybody.
interest. Yeah.
A specific person that shall not be named.
Um.
But now we
Voldemort?
have Voldemort.
Yeah.
But now we got the Cobb Bros, man. It's different with the Cobb Bros.
Oh, the Cobb Bros are gonna go rob banks. That's how we do it. In
There you
style.
go.
Yeah, we stay robbing banks," said the Cobb Bros.
I stay robbing banks.
We'll put that on a shirt.
Don't quote me on that.
It's just our logo, and on the back it says we stay around.
It's just got the pig face.
No, what we have to do is put a fishing lure
Or
next
is it
to
a
it so
clown?
that people
I
think
don't
that we're
remember.
fishermen.
Clown.
It was a clown.
The fisherman.
The pig face is what fucking game was that from? It's the one that was supposed to
Manhunt?
have a sequel. There's that one, but there's also the
Dead
one
by
with like
Daylight?
no, it's like the one with the 3 characters, and it was supposed to have a sequel that was released like with the Xbox One when it came out, and it ended up not coming out.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Yes,
Yeah,
that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's overtaken Duke Nukem for the longest sequel in development. It's
Let's
insane how long it's
go.
taking for that game to come out. It's up there
And-
with Skull and Bones.
And the longest game in development is Star Citizen.
I
They said
use
anything about Skull and
development
Bones?
nicely because we're implying that it's going to get released.
Ever, yeah.
It's never getting released.
No.
It's okay.
What do you think this is? Who do you think you are?
They don't release games.
It's playable, and I put $50 into it freaking whenever it came out years ago, so I've got a copy of it sooner or later.
Eventually.
When it does come out. Yeah, eventually.
My cousin spent thousands of dollars on it and bought ships. Josh, he has a ton of stuff in it.
I know a Nigerian prince that wants to get
Now we're
contact
name
with him.
dropping.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to our podcast.
But we're
He
narrowing it
knew
down.
it existed. Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Next game, day one Game Pass. This one's for Oscar. Persona 3 Reload is coming.
Yes, all that.
Yeah, you're
It's
welcome.
essentially they're just remaking the game in the Persona 5 like style. That's pretty much
Oh,
It looks cool.
it. Yeah, if you haven't played Persona
Yeah.
5, this is not a sign to play Persona 5 Royal at all.
Get with the program.
Yeah, it's not a
on
plug
Game
for that game.
Pass.
Yeah, it's definitely not on Game Pass either.
Yeah.
No, I think it got pulled off.
Did it?
No, it's still there.
It
No,
should-
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
everybody's about to pull up
No, no.
their Xboxes right now. Everybody,
Persona?
pull
No,
up
it's
Game
still
Pass.
there.
I mean, my Xbox is here, but my controller's not plugged in, so I'm not gonna check.
Okay, fine. I'll check it for you.
Y'all got
Wow,
me on PC
thanks.
for this.
I'm gonna
too.
fact check right now.
I thought it came off Game Pass April, May, or June 1st.
Negative.
It
Isn't
might
there
have.
5 of them though?
Yeah,
Or are you
and
talking
I think,
specifically about Persona 5?
I think Persona 1 through 4 are still on Game Pass, but Persona 5 is off.
Okay, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal
Persona
are
5 Royal.
on Game Pass still.
Yup.
5 is on Game Pass still.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
This is not your sign.
I thought I had seen a thing that said it was
Rainbow Billy.
coming off of Game Pass, or maybe it was just PC Game Pass that they pulled it off of.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but this is again not your sign to play Persona 5 Royal.
Just play it if you have an
It's a
Xbox.
great game.
Just do it right now. Play it now.
Yeah, do it.
It is
boys,
still
we
on
got
PS3.
the
PC Game
thunder
Pass.
outside.
3,
Oh,
4,
nice.
and 5 are on PC still.
Okay, next on the list is they announced a new game, Day 1 Game Pass next year. It's titled Avowed. They finally showed off some gameplay for it.
Is it like a first-person shooter?
I thought they were re-releasing Skyrim for a second, because that's kind of the vibe I was getting from it. But yeah, there was like dual wielding. He was throwing out magic. There was bows and arrows.
Oh, that was the
There's-
Capcom game, right?
Was that Capcom?
It sounds like it. I'm just trying to remember the order of games because you've named ones that I've seen so far. I think that was the.
I have a
one.
Capcom game, but it's later on.
Okay, then that was probably later on.
Okay.
What you just described to me sounds like that VR game on Steam.
Oh, Beat Sabers.
Well, no,
Wait,
there's
no,
Oh, dude,
wasn't it
Beat
the VR?
Sabers.
Wasn't it VR, Cyrus? There
Avowed?
was. I thought there was a VR. No, there wasn't.
Not
no.
during
no,
the
there's not going
Xbox
to be
one.
VR on
Yeah,
Xbox.
not the Xbox One.
No.
Yeah.
But that one looked pretty cool. Day 1 Game Pass. We'll try it whenever it comes out. But yeah, I'm getting Elder Scrolls vibes from it, so that's not anything terrible.
Yeah.
Lucasfilms is teaming up with Rare to bring you a new expansion in Sea of Thieves.
Second Lucasfilm game.
Oh.
Yeah, second
Star
Lucasfilm
Wars?
thing in Game Pass.
The Legend
the-
of Monkey Island.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
It
my
honestly looks
God.
pretty fun, dude.
That
We've been
sounds
playing hella Sea of Thieves. It looks like it's gonna be a blast, dude.
I can't wait. New weapon? You can just grapple onto shit?
No, it's more of like a new area with new stories and quests and stuff and characters.
Mm.
But there's like they showed off or it kind of showed off like a new merchant, like a ship merchant, where you could just buy a grand big ship, or buy a luxury ship, or just buy a cheap, almost about to sink ship, depending on how much money you have. And it's just like a kind of like how the ship market they have, where you could buy one of the three for that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of when you buy that ship, it looks like you can buy it pre-customized.
Oh man.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I am definitely excited for that one.
Every time I see Sea of Thieves announcements and gameplay, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to jump back into it. And then I never do. I just have to wait till you guys start.
What are you
playing
talking
it.
about, Cyrus? You were there.
I
You were
was
just there.
I know, we were just playing it. My bad.
Literally like less than 72 hours ago.
Stuff
Yeah, I'm
happens.
glad you guys were playing that again because that game is fun and beautiful.
Speaking of that, if you guys
Just
want to
like-
play it afterwards, I'm not doing anything. I don't.
Hey,
have
I mean,
I
hey,
gotta edit the
I mean,
podcast,
hey.
so I'm gonna sit on the boat for a little bit. But
Dude,
yeah,
that's
I
fine.
can play. Yeah, I'll play.
We,
Yeah.
we
There
could
you
hop
go.
on it. We
There
could
you
hop
go.
on a galleon, and we can only need you if we come across a ship, and you can man a cannon.
Absolutely, I can do that.
that sounds
Hell
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that
You
after
get all
the
the
podcast.
XP.
Then.
Break.
Okay, so here's the question though: do we live stream it, and do we live stream until we get the 500,000 gold for me to get a galleon for all of us?
Yeah, you
I think
can
that's
live stream it.
I think that's up to you, yeah, because you're the only one with the Twitch channel other than David, because David has the Cobb Bros ones.
Do you guys want to like commit to that? Is the question.
Yeah, because it's
I'll-
gonna be
I'll
I'm
play
almost
Sea
at
of Thieves.
400,000.
Yeah, I'll play Sea of Thieves for a few hours. It's
I'll do
only
it.
7 o'clock.
I'll make the gamer subs, dude. I'll stay up.
If we're
'Cause
gonna play
I'll
Sea of
make
Thieves,
the
it's a
gamer
couple hour.
subs.
It's already a couple hour investment if we're gonna
'Cause
play it, and it's only
I'm-
7 o'clock. So
I'm
down.
around 200,000 right now, so
I'm-
and we've been making it about 30,000 per vault.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just buy a
Go-
shit ton of vaults, and we can just hoard that shit and
If you want
get
to
it all.
live stream it, Colton, I'll put a link in the description of this podcast so that people can go check
I
out
can
your
go
Twitch
back
page
to it later. Yeah.
if they want to watch a
Yeah,
VOD.
yeah. So the VODs on Twitch only stay for 72 hours now. So I'm gonna say fuck Twitch's TOS. I'm gonna multi-stream to YouTube too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them. We don't need them.
And
We
we
don't
can
need Twitch.
actually do it because we said it, but this isn't getting posted till tomorrow. So
You're such a
they
small
won't know.
channel. Who cares?
Yeah.
if they shut him down for that, it's like, wow, okay, we're just
I'm
gonna
moving
not
to
do
It's
this
like,
anymore.
sweet, they banned me. I'm moving to Kick.
Yeah.
No, dude, if you get banned from Twitch at such a low thing, that's the perfect chance for clout. Because then you post a video on YouTube being like, I was robbed by Twitch.
It's
My
like
story.
banned
I
by
have
Twitch
I have
drama?
17 subscribers on Twitch and I got banned
Here's
Yeah.
why, and then
for
you make like an hour,
multi-streaming.
make a 30-minute long video of just like your story of how you came up to be on Twitch, and then this one measly stream ended it all because Twitch said so.
We'll
You're gonna
send
get a
you
million followers.
We'll send you YouTuber apology fake tears too, so we can make it more convincing.
Yeah,
That way everyone can get involved. Yes.
I'll make the fake accounts
hmm
where I'll be there.
Make sure you have your
The fake
cat in frame.
accounts.
No,
You know.
we'll have Chat GPT
There you go.
just bot swarm the YouTube channel.
We'll adopt a kid for a day, so you can like have him running the video
Wait,
and
what?
like be like, "Hey, Dad, how's it going?" And you're like, "Nothing, Skipper. I'm just dealing with something, okay?"
Nothing, Skipper.
I'm sure I could borrow one of Cammy's friends' kids for the day.
We just make it super sultry, and we're like, "Oh, for me."
Nothing, Skipper. That's the title. That's the title of the
Nothing,
podcast.
pal. Nothing,
That's the title
pal.
of the podcast. What happened on the Xbox Game Show? Nothing,
Nothing,
Skipper.
Skipper.
Nothing, Skipper. Nothing important.
Nothing happened.
Don't worry about it.
Go eat your porridge.
Go eat your
fucking porridge,
curds and
kid.
whey.
Yeah. Having
Get
surf
your
sandwiches
grits.
later.
No, I didn't put butter in it.
I got water for lunch.
Yeah, go warm up the house by putting the furnace on with some wood.
We're having bread soup for dinner.
Yep.
That's
That's just stew with like a French
Disgusting.
bread, Oscar.
No, bread. You've never had like a bread bowl clam chowder? That's bread soup.
Mhm.
No, I thought I meant like just wet pieces of bread in the
That's
soup.
what I was implying.
That's what
was
he said.
Colton's
water with
implying the
bread in
worst
it.
side of it. Yeah.
Is that your weakness, like Gavin Freeze's, Oscar? Wet bread?
I mean, cause look. I when I do the dishes and I touch the wet food and I just feel how squishy it is. I'm just like, ugh.
Imagine picking it up and rubbing it in your hands. That's a good texture, right, Oscar?
yeah, it's great. No, that's I
I'm
love
gonna
every second.
throw up.
Okay.
So you got Oscar Cyrus. You remember those videos though? We just put a piece of wet bread on Gavin's desk.
Yeah, dude, just flop on there, dude. Come on.
Oh, so wrong.
Anyways.
So wrong.
Anyways.
You
Yeah,
have
we're
another
having a
game,
game
or
for-
are we wrapping up?
Brandon.
What's going on?
Oh, dude, I'm like halfway down the list. We're getting there.
Okay.
We haven't hit an hour yet.
There
so
we go.
We're still on
What time are we at?
like 45 minutes,
It'd be 58 minutes.
something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, this one's going to excite you. We got Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, this is the one I was waiting to
2024.
talk about, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
my God. Yeah, it's so
Another
you know
one.
how-
Another one.
Another
yeah,
one.
so this one came out, or the one that you all know came out. It looks like it's kind of the same game. You know, it's probably gonna have all the same features and all that. But the things that they have added is stuff like there's missions where you have to be a firefighter plane and drop water on fires
that's
and put
cool.
out shit like that.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
shit like search and rescue missions where you have to fly a helicopter into the woods and rescue people out of the woods.
Okay,
And
cool.
same
Coast
with
Guard
like
stuff.
yeah, you have to rescue people off of oil rigs. There's missions where you have to transport cargo from one oil rig to a moving ship and stuff like that. There's low
What?
Do
flying.
they have aircraft
There's-
carrier landings?
They didn't show off any aircraft carrier landings, but I'd imagine that's something they're going to include because
cool.
there was covert cargo missions where you're flying C-130s and it looked like places like the Middle East and
Well, you're
like
definitely
flying-
not landing or taking a C-130 off from a carrier.
yeah, they had those, and then they had because it was like military stuff, flying those cargo ships from base to base, and then there was low altitude training where there was like it showed 3 or 4 A-10s flying in formation at low altitude, and
Whoa.
like
So you
different
gotta do
things like
bombing
that.
Runs?
What it
Ooh.
makes me think of is that they're kind of setting up towards making a combat flight simulator like they had back in the day.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the first games I ever played. And if they made a modern one of those, dude, oh my God.
I want them to make a
Like
new
in
Ace
Combat
Combat
Ace?
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty
Literally,
impressive.
Ace Combat with the flight simulator
Oh.
simulation is I think that's kind of where they're taking the step in the Flight Simulator
That's real gamer
2024.
sauce.
Bummer to anybody that's purchased the $100 planes in the last Flight Simulator, though.
Honestly,
It'd be
though,
cool
good for them though, because they're the ones that are funding this great new thing that's hopefully going to be amazing.
It'd be cool if you could use those planes in the new one. Probably not,
I'd-
but it would be cool.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Cool if you did.
That's also a Game 1 Day Pass. Day 1 Game Pass.
Game one.
Game 1 Day Pass. Let's go, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh
now you
yeah,
have my attention.
I need my gamer subs. Anyways, they also announced Hellblade 2. That's going to be a Day 1 Game Pass game. Game 1 Day Pass.
All right.
That one looks pretty cool.
I mean, it looks cool, so I don't have anything to say. I didn't play
Soulsborne style game, isn't it?
I didn't play the first one, so I don't know a lot about it.
It was like what
Sinuous Sacrifice.
Sinuous Saga, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then this one's Sinuous Saga Hellblade 2, yeah.
Yep.
Something, I don't know.
I'm excited about this one. This next game. Sorry. Did you have anything you wanted to say?
Let me hear.
Okay.
No.
I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon a lot lately. It's the last game with the Yakuza title because they're going to drop that and call him Like a Dragon. They showed off a trailer, and it's a naked Ichiban waking up on an American beach.
That's fucking good.
And he's speaking Japanese, and everybody around him is like, we got a streaker here. And he's like freaking people out because he doesn't know he's naked.
They're all like, surf's up, dude. High Payday.
So they're going to America?
That makes sense why it's going to drop the Yakuza title, because he's not going to be in the Yakuza anymore. Just be like Mafia or whatever.
This game is titled Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. So I don't know what they're going to do with it, but if it's just as fun as, Like a Dragon, it's going to be awesome.
Did you play the other one, Cyrus? Ishin? Where like they're like in the Edo period or whatever?
No, not yet. I know they announced another one like that for later this year in that style.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or it's like a DLC or something like that, but they're expanding on that.
That's good.
But I want to try that one, but I want to really complete Like a Dragon first, because there's a lot of stuff to do in Like a Dragon, which is now the name of the series.
Yeah. Like a Dragon. Why did they get rid of Yakuza? Just because of, they
just don't want to use the Yakuza name anymore, and obviously they want to do other things with it, and I think Yakuza is limiting. Because every game's about the Yakuza, but now they're just taking the gameplay and moving forward with it. Because it's fun gameplay. It's just batshit craziness with a story.
The Yakuza's big in Japan, but they don't nearly have the presence here in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's their mafia, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Fallout 76 update. They've announced that they are continuing the game, of course.
Woo! What's the next game?
Well, they're going to put out a new update very soon. They're talking about the player base, saying it's very strong. There's always stuff to do. They're going to be adding new stuff and new seasons. I hope so.
Is the player base really that strong?
Tyson still plays it.
What was the number they said in the trailer? It
15 million players.
15 million?
No way.
Nah.
I don't know.
That's more than WoW.
Yeah, it might be people that have tried, opened the game this year.
It was 15 million players that made the Wasteland what it was, because they walked out of Vault 76 and went, nah.
Correct.
15 million. Yeah, it's like you've had 15 million people open your game at least once. How many active players?
How many of them bought it?
That's the neat part. You won't know.
It's like how many less than a million active players do you have? I bet it's less than 50,000.
So they announced a new area that's coming to the game soon. They didn't release a release date for it yet. It'll probably be next year, but they're headed to Atlantic City.
AC.
I think there's a lot of opportunity in Atlantic City. It might be the new Vegas that we all wanted, and they're just saying, "Fuck it, here's Atlantic City."
Atlantic City is the East Coast Vegas.
Yeah, it might be fun. If they have some sort of casino in the game that doesn't use real money, that it might be fun.
Oh my god, if there is, it's over.
I think it's actually illegal because NBA 2K got in trouble for that. It would block the game in a lot of regions. Yeah, they had a casino in NBA 2K where you could use VC, which you can buy with real money and gamble it. It was actual gambling.
Oh boy.
According to playercounter.com, Fallout 76. The current number of players playing Fallout 76 is 37,000 people.
Uh-oh. You're lying to us, Bethesda.
Get caught.
The
Get the Glock.
The next game, Brandon, this is the Capcom one. It's titled Path of the Goddess. That game looks
That's
sick.
what it was.
That
one looks
game
really
looks
fun.
dope. It was the world premiere, and it's coming day one Game Pass when it comes out.
Path of Exile? Those were good games.
Path of the Goddess is what this one is titled. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the Path of
She's a
Exile games were
goddess.
good.
I would suggest watching the trailer on that one. It looks pretty cool. They showed off Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, they
Let's
did.
go.
It's coming out October 10th, and the game is partnering with General Motors, and they were showing off a lot of Corvette gameplay.
Ooh.
Yeah, showing off the Corvette and showing off that the Cadillac. I forget the make of it though.
It's the one on the
But-
cover.
Yeah, the Cadillac's the big yellow one on the cover, and the Corvette's the silver and blue one.
Yep.
But that new Corvette, though, oh my god, it looks incredible.
It looks very good.
Very, very good.
Expect very big things from that game because they are in a deadlock battle with Gran Turismo right now, especially with everybody owning a PlayStation these days.
Isn't Gran Turismo 8 coming out soon too?
The next Gran Turismo is slated to come out soon. They got a movie
And it's
coming
just
out
being
in
called
August.
Gran
Yeah.
Turismo.
Yeah, and then the movie's coming out soon too. Yeah, and that
Mhm.
movie looks like it's gonna be pretty cool movie.
It's got
Movie.
Hopper from Stranger Things in it.
Yeah, I you might not have been there, but on a couple podcasts ago, I talked about it. Oscar, it's about it's like a real story where I forget what racing group actually went to them, but they had a contest where they got like 30 or so of the best Gran Turismo players in the world and gave them a chance to be actual race car drivers because they knew how to drive in the game phenomenally. And so they put them through put them through like an actual training course and shit, and only 2 of them made it out to be real drivers because to be a real driver, it's you face more G-forces than a rocket going into space. Like it's
Cadillac
a
just
fucking grueling
finished
sport.
3rd in Le Mans.
They what?
They finished
The
third.
Cadillac, they finished 3rd in Le Mans.
What's that?
The 24-hour of Le Mans race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they start outside their cars and then they run to it and then they start driving.
For
Oh, wow.
24 hours straight.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I've never
It's
heard of
you
that
know
one.
Ford, the movie Ford versus Ferrari. That's what that's based off of. The Le
Yeah.
Mans
Oh,
race.
okay. So it's like a pressure test to see which car can last the longest, basically. You go the
Yeah,
fastest
keep
for
going the
longest?
fastest. Yeah.
It's a full-out race, and it is a very difficult course.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Like
I bet.
I would highly recommend, especially watching this last one, because there was also a NASCAR competing in it.
Oh wow, dude.
NASCAR.
It was
That
a
made-
Camaro.
That made me think of too what I was about to say. It's just a story I heard from I forget what video I was watching. It was like about abandoned dirt tracks in America, from like where NASCAR started and stuff. And this
Mhm.
guy started telling a story about Earnhardt Jr. because during a race, if you have to take a piss, you're either gonna sweat it out or you have to piss on yourself because you can't stop the car.
Most
And
of them are
Yeah,
cab.
yeah.
Yeah, in this one race, Earnhardt Jr. had to piss on himself, and the car was running so hot it ended up boiling it to his ass
Jesus
while he was
Christ.
racing, and he had like burns on his ass after the race because it was boiling his piss.
And he probably wore a catheter after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
you gotta
These
go, you gotta go.
racers, man.
When you gotta go fast, you gotta go fast.
Yeah,
Most
races-
of
Gotta
them
go
go in a
faster,
bag.
faster.
Racers deserve their flowers. They're very talented at what they do.
is
You can't just hop in a car and drive. That's not it.
You can't
What
hop
you
in
talking
a
about,
stock car
man?
and
You
go
just
200
get
miles
in.
an hour for 300 laps. No one can do.
You just
Not anyone
get
can do
in,
it.
turn on the
Frankie
car.
Muniz, though,
Yes,
is a NASCAR driver now, and he is
he's
good.
What?
good at it. Malcolm
Wait,
in the
I
middle?
haven't heard of him.
Secret
Malcolm in the
Oh,
Secret
Middle.
Agent
Malcolm in
Cody Banks?
Really?
Yes.
That guy?
Secret
By
Agent
the
Cody
way,
Banks?
he does not remember any of Malcolm in the Middle. He has had enough head trauma that he has completely forgotten all of it.
He was the like middle brother in Malcolm in the Middle, or like second oldest. Like
He
Malcolm.
was the main character.
The main character.
He was Malcolm.
He was
was
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there was 4 brothers in that show, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was Malcolm.
Okay.
And he 100% is an actually good NASCAR driver.
Wow.
You guys
Good on
forgetting
him.
that he was secret agent Cody Banks. Like,
Sorry.
come on,
Yeah,
don't
my bad.
disrespect him like that.
I'm sorry. The intro to Malcolm in the Middle traumatized me to watch it every single time that it came on.
No, maybe.
Do you guys remember like just the
I
intro,
don't
like the
know.
visuals of it?
The sea monster
No.
popping out of the ocean.
Nope.
Yeah, shit freaked me the fuck out as a kid. I was like, "Why are you watching this?" Dan's like, "Funny show," and I was like, "Okay." New episode come on, I'd be like, "Holy shit! Let it end! Let it end! Let it end! Let it." Cool episode started.
Nick at Night was when I started watching it. When they put it on Nick at Night. Oh
Nick
man,
at Night.
Nick at Night was
Yeah, like
baller
the
when I was a
monster
kid.
shows up and starts chasing everyone around, and
Mhm.
it looked like analog horror, basically. Like, scared the hell out of me.
Good old Nick at Night. Did you guys
Sorry,
watch
I
Nick
love
at
it.
Night?
We've cut you off from completing your list.
Darn it. Anyways,
No, you still have more? Yeah, do you have more?
yeah,
Or
there's
what's
a
up?
couple more. We can run through them real quick.
Okay.
We're getting to a bunch of games I don't care about, so we'll just speed around one of those.
They left it for the last half of the show.
Pretty
so, like,
much, because this was the bridge between the Starfield presser, because they did 50
That's
minutes
right,
of
yeah.
Starfield.
that's right. Yeah.
But next they did Elder Scrolls Online, the Necrom, the thing.
Necrom, yeah.
Necrom, yeah.
Nice.
I do not play Elder
Neckbeards,
Scrolls
got it.
Online, and I don't care to, but I know there's a huge community for that out there. So
The problem with Elder Scrolls Online is it ventured away from what Skyrim was and has like dedicated classes.
mhm.
So like you have a spellcaster class or a rogue class or a barbarian class, and you can't just switch.
Why not, man? I'm just trying to play
Because
Skyrim, man.
I
Can
think
a homie play some Skyrim?
I think a lot of people wanted Skyrim Online, and that's not what it was. Kind of like
Yeah,
how we just wanted a Fallout 4 Online, and that's not what 76
not what
is.
76 was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And whatever, people enjoy it. It's not for us. Next was Blizzard presents Overwatch 2. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Who cares?
Whoopee.
Whatever. They're announcing.
Blizzard presents Overwatch.
Yeah, there's
2.
new characters. Cool. Whatever.
Yay.
Next is Persona 5 Tactica. Day 1 Game Pass. It's like a very
No idea.
cartoony Persona. I don't know.
Is it? It's a tactics game, so it's like Final Fantasy Tactics, I bet.
Okay.
Where it's like it's a top-down grid game where you move like
like
individual.
XCOM.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sh-
it's more of a grid, and you have like characters that you move, and they'll have like a straight line attack or a scatter attack.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you're into Persona, that's something to play. Just play Royal.
Woohoo.
Anyways, next
Yeah,
one.
they just play Royal.
They did a Starfield trailer, and then they were like, "Oh yeah," and then wait till the end of the show, and we'll show off some gameplay for Starfield. Starfield looks great. If it works day one, it'll be very highly touted with what they want to do with the game.
I'm still holding
If it
out.
works.
That thunder
I'm
was
still
loud.
holding out hope for not Sea of Thieves, but Skull and Bones, but I'm also not holding my breath for it to be good because of how long it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, we learned it the hard way with Cyberpunk.
New Final Fantasy looks awesome. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy
Miz.
16. Oh my, that game
There's-
looks amazing.
They're selling PS5 bundles with Final Fantasy. That's how good it looks.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 16 looks top shelf.
I always wanted to try 15.
That's the multiplayer, the MMO, right?
15
That's
came out a
14.
few years ago. Yeah, 14 was online.
14's the MMO.
Yeah.
15's with like Prince Noctis, I think is his name.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I didn't actually end up beating it. I kind of fell off because a bunch of other games came out around it, but it's a pretty solid title. My favorite's still Final Fantasy VIII though.
That's true, yeah. I can vibe with that. There was another game called Usant. I don't know how to pronounce it. Don't know what it was. It looked like a climbing game. Like all you do is climb.
Oh,
it's like Rock Climber's Paradise.
No, so it's like, you guys remember that game that came out a while ago that was the dude in the bucket with the anvil or the hammer?
Getting over it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. You control each of his legs individually.
Okay.
I saw that one get announced. Yeah, you control each of his legs individually, and he walks really terribly.
Walks really
Like
terrible.
Quap.
Yeah,
The trailer just had him climbing up a wall, though. I didn't really show off any of that.
but were his arms moving?
Yeah, he was like a rock climber.
Oh, there's
He
about to
was
be
like
thunder.
tying up his
Oh,
gear.
no, that's a different game then.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Because I saw one recently, in the last 24 hours, where it was a guy and his arms don't move at all, and it's just his legs.
Okay.
There it is.
Is he like jumping and hopping over things? Like over a
Yes.
city? I've seen that. People have been playing that game like crazy on stream.
Yeah, and there's like rocks and stuff and caves, and he's like
Mhm.
climbing up it with one leg and falling over constantly.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I have seen footage of that game. It looks like fun until you fall, because there's no save points. You just fall and have to start over. Like getting over it. You have to get over it.
Aha!
Yeah.
I don't
Get
get
it.
Next game is Still Wakes the Deep. Day 1 Game Pass. Cool.
Still wakes the deep.
Still Wakes the Deep. I actually don't remember the trailer. Just wrote down the name, so that's how memorable it was. After that,
How good it was.
Dungeons of the Hindenburg. Day 1 Game Pass. That's just something that you can check out.
Yeah, we hear it.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry.
It's all good. I don't remember the trailer for that one either, so go check that one out. I don't remember anything about it. Next was Keanu Reeves walking on stage.
You're
thanking-
breathtaking.
Faking his contemporary Idris Elba for the newest Phantom Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk 2077. It launches September 26th, so in about 3 months.
Is
It's
it
not free though, is it? It's not.
I don't think it's free. I'd
Oh,
have to
of
look
course
it up.
it's not.
But
I thought they said other DLC was gonna be free.
if that's what they said, then
They
this
say a
one
lot
should
of
be.
things.
Yeah, come on, they want money, right? I know their updates are free. Let me look up Phantom Liberty price. Well, they never sold a season pass, and I feel like they would go that route if they were going to sell it. Let's see. I found an
But
MSN article.
has there been any CD Projekt Red game that has a pass or whatever?
The Witcher 3, I think, did. If not, they just released it. Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Will not
my
be a
gamer?
free DLC.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
I mean,
Screen Rant confirmed it.
the game's been out for almost 3 years, so they're not. They probably just want more money. Give me money, give me money. But if it's like The Witcher
They had
3,
to get
it'll launch
refunds
for like
back.
$20. And The Witcher 3's DLC added a lot to the game. Like it was $20, but it felt like you were playing a brand new game.
I'll wait until I find out if it actually makes it a brand new game or not, because
Okay.
I was not happy with the end of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, so this one takes place in the middle. Like somebody contacts you and says that they can fix the shittiness in your brain. And then the president is involved.
shittiness. What?
Yeah, watch the trailer. It's got a lot of story in it that you definitely want to check out.
Is it Cyborg President
The
Bo
president.
It might be.
Bo Jaden.
Yeah, he
Jaden?
saved his brain. Put him in a robot. Next game, I think you guys are going to be excited for. Cities Skylines 2.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go!
Launching October 24th, and it's going to be day 1 Game Pass.
I'm
They
hyped.
showed off a lot of gameplay. It looks exciting. It looks fantastic. It is
Yeah.
beautiful and gorgeous to look at these cities.
Is there like
Right.
And their
disasters?
skylines?
Ray traced lightings and everything.
Mm-hmm. It looks good.
Skylines 2, Brandon.
No, he said to look at the cities, and I said, and their skylines?
skylines, yeah.
Oh,
He's being
my
funny.
God.
I see
Yeah.
what you
So
did there.
funny.
I see where you went.
I didn't. I'm glad you guys did, because I was just going off a whim.
I see what you're doing there.
Got us
Crazy,
again.
crazy individual. Don't call me.
This guy over here.
Get out. Get out.
Don't call me.
Wake up.
Then there was a game called Metaphor Ray Fantasio. Didn't really go watch it. I forgot about it.
Sounds like some
Alright.
sort of weeaboo game.
Didn't take any
No,
notes
thank
about
you.
it. I wouldn't say that. I don't remember anything about it. Next one's a game called Tower Bore, day 1 Game Pass. No release date yet. And then they shut off a game called Clockwork Revolution. It was like a steampunk type game. It reminded me of Bioshock
Ooh.
Infinite's visuals. It looked pretty interesting.
I think I saw
Alright.
Mm-hmm. That game is intriguing. I don't know. Maybe it'll be what We Happy Few wasn't, and that one's coming day one Game Pass, so we'll be able to try that one out.
Cool.
And
so
then
does that mean
what's up?
we're getting a remake of Happy Feet, the video game?
Sure.
Happy Feet.
Yeah,
What?
I said
Yeah.
We Happy Few, but
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Okay.
never mind.
No, we're
Happy
getting a
Few
Happy
was the
Feet.
one with the pills and the the
Yeah.
people on the cover with the masks.
It encourages pill popping.
Yes.
And then
We don't though.
Xbox ended the press conference with two big announcements. The first of which being that they are releasing a new Xbox Series S. This one will be black and have a terabyte of storage.
Ooh.
That is it. They did not announce a new Series X, which is pretty disappointing because, I mean, if they offered a 2 terabyte Series X, can you imagine?
And Halo Infinite
Lining up.
squared.
Mm-hmm.
Halo Infinite squared.
And then they led it into the Starfield Direct, which is 50 minutes of Starfield gameplay. And Starfield looks exciting. They showed off the character customization, and it looks incredible. They wanted to prove the point that the world is very dynamic. They were showing off gameplay with like a character running around on a planet, and you can see a moon in the background. And they reiterated many times that it's not a background. That is an actual moon that is orbiting the planet, and you can fly to it in real time.
Nice.
And
Like
everything
No
in the
Man's Sky.
game is procedurally lighted. Yeah.
Can we No Man's Sky status fly through an entire galaxy that's procedurally generated, though?
That is a good question. I don't know.
Because that is my expectations, is that the world will be at least
Mm-hmm.
maybe not that vast, but at least vast to a level.
They showed off some of the shipbuilding in the game because you're supposed to build your own ships to jump through space, and to go further, you need to build bigger and better ships, and you can jump light years away. Like you're going to whole new systems when you travel in the game. So it's not like you're stuck in the same galaxy or anything like that. Like, oh, you explore the solar system. No, they're talking like nebulas.
Well,
Crash
well,
nebula.
Star Trek:
if
The
you-
Next
if-
Generation.
if you were inside all those things, you'd still be inside a galaxy.
Hey, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, okay, I'll just fucking stop talking.
I'm trying to upsell the game, all right? Because it looks pretty cool.
He's trying to make you buy
overblowing it.
Brennan.
We're in a galaxy nebula, dude. We humans haven't even spotted it yet.
The art style of the game, they wanted to go with NASA punk, is what they decided to call it. It's basically
NASA punk.
current space tech that we have, but it's futuristic. But they wanted it to look realistic a little bit too, because all these games want to go into like future sci-fi and everything's like very high tech. But they were like, let's just look at what they were doing in the 60s to the 80s and let's make everything look like that. But it's all super high tech. And I think it's paying off because it looks incredible. The game's going to be available in third and first person like every other Bethesda game, so you can play the game how you want it. And they're showing off the character creation.
Co-op?
No. It is single player.
Oh.
That is a single player Bethesda experience. But that's cool because that's their best games, is their single player ones.
Yeah,
It's like Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim and their Fallout games. They showed off the character creation. They showed off how every character that is an NPC in the game can also be created in the character creator. Like nothing's off limits.
That's awesome.
The way that they base the system is they scanned a bunch of different people's faces and they use that to morph in-game faces. It's supposed to be even better than what Fallout 4 was, where you could just like click and drag and like sculpt your character's face. This one uses sliders, but the way the characters that they were building looked pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Fallout New Vegas, if you remember, had like the trait system where you could pick like personality traits for your characters that you could run through. Remember how it would like have a hindrance and a bright side? There's a bunch of those that you can select in this game that you initially pick. And one of the ones they showed off was like you have a number one fan that knows everything about you and you encounter him at some point in the game. And he can be your companion.
Oh no.
Nice.
It's like the guy from Oblivion.
Yes.
I hope there's an option to just throw him into space.
Okay, so they also said that there's ways to get rid of these traits. So say you pick a trait at the beginning of the game that you don't necessarily want later. Like there's another one where you're more powerful and you're more cunning when you talk to people in space, but you also get randomly attacked more often than somebody that doesn't have this skill. and other little attributes like that. So basically, there's a trade-off for good things and bad things. And like Brandon was just saying, when they were demonstrating how you can get rid of the trait, he had the fanatic on a cliff, and he went up behind him and just pointed a shotgun at the back of his head, and he went, "We'll let you guys figure it out."
No, I would 100% want to eject him into space.
Once he gets to that point where he's annoying, you're just like, "All right, bye, see you later."
Once he
Like, is
starts
that guy still
repeating the same
talking?
dialogue.
It
Dude,
looks.
can you guys
Yeah.
imagine the games that we're gonna have 5-10 years from now with Chat GPT integration into them?
Oh man,
Great.
I don't know.
The full-on conversations where nobody's gonna have the same experience twice.
I think the best part of it won't necessarily be the games that come out that have it in it. It's going to be the communities that mod those things so that those chat GPT bots are just
Yes.
the most absurd things ever.
Where they actually come alive. We're
Just
gonna
unhinged shit.
what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna come out with a game with a Chat GPT integration into it, and then somebody's gonna accidentally create a mod that's gonna make it sentient.
We're gonna have our first game where there's an AI in it, and people can go and visit him. And when you talk to him, he's like, "Please, I know I'm an AI. Find me a way out of here." And he's not joking. Like he's stuck there
He's
to that
not
one
joking.
spot because his NPC can't move.
I wrote down my favorite personality trait that they showed in the trailer just because I thought it was hilarious. There's one where you follow a certain space religion to where aliens don't attack you on sight because they worship you.
Nice.
That is hilarious. That you
Oh
are
my.
knowledgeable in an ancient space religion, and these guys are just like, "Oh, you're totally cool with us, up, dog." You
Yeah,
get
you're
dapped
chill.
up when
They
you
think
land on
you're
their planet.
Messiah.
Yeah. So the game looks like it has a lot of RPG elements, and I hope it works out, like
Cool.
just to the limits of your imagination, and it's not kind of boxed in like Skyrim and Fallout 4 were.
Like an actual free experience.
Yeah, where like I don't know, you make a decision and it doesn't come back up for 5 hours until you land on another planet, and you go, "Oh, that sucked. I shouldn't have done that."
Oh, you're friends with this guy?
Hey, dude. You like
I
this
pushed him
religion?
off a cliff yesterday.
We found a cross. You want to get up on it?
You want to
Oh,
get up
you
on
mean the Koroks in Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah,
Poor Koroks.
we'll boot them off the cliff.
Yeah, they exist.
Do we want to
Losers.
wrap that up though? Because we're at 80 minutes.
Yeah, so there's a lot to talk about. It was a good day of gaming.
Yeah.
It
Thanks
was.
Thanks
Good gaming
everyone
day.
for listening. If you made it this far,
We
thanks
had-
for walking through
the
99
insane
episodes
rebels.
of
Yeah.
just our thoughts.
Get ready for episode 100 and 100 more to come.
Oh God.
On the next one, whoever's
I drink
last to put their finger on their nose does an oyster shot. Oh look, it must be David.
Oh, David.
Ah,
sorry.
David.
Okay, that's okay.
He'd probably be down. Honestly, he likes.
just
that kind of
kidding.
Things.
Who knows? We'll mix it with some
Give-
Kraken.
No,
Put a
mix
cracker and
it
some
with
hot
some of that
sauce on it?
pickle whiskey.
I don't know.
Ooh.
He might not like
Pickle
that.
wick. Pickle wick.
Look at me and pickle
and
whiskey.
oyster.
Turn myself
Pickle
into a
whisk.
whiskey, Morty.
I'm pickle
Morty, I
Wick.
turn myself into a whiskey. A pickle wick. Morty, no Morty, I'm pickle wick.
It's like John Wick, but he's a pickle.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Rick.
Rick.
Pickle
Rick and
wick.
Rick and
Oh,
Morty.
it's Rick and Morty time.
Mhm. So,
Morty,
yeah.
I'm cranky 90s Morty.
Elvis
Okay,
Presley actually wrote
Thank
that.
you for watching, everybody.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm things for episode 100. We'll come up with
Yeah,
something.
we'll come up with something.
Tune in for the beat
I'll
of the
drink
week.
pilk.
Check out our socials in the
He
link
said it
down
here.
below. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you for listening on Spotify. We did not forget about you.
If it's on
We
Amazon
didn't
Music,
realize
other
that
than
we had a
YouTube
very
or
large number of
Spotify?
people on Spotify over YouTube.
Yeah, we've learned this. So thank you, Spotify listeners.
We have
thank
three-
you, other listeners.
We have 3 Audible listeners as well. Somehow.
Thank you, Audible.
Let's
Wow,
go.
thank you, Audible people.
Yeah, so if you're one of our 3
Those are
Audible,
the real
All
heroes.
3 of you guys, or gals, or persons.
you could be
Them.
listening to books, and here you are.
Yeah,
We are a book.
Yeah, we are.
You know
the
why we're a
novella.
book? Because we're dense.
we're the least predictable book there is.
Dense. I'm pretty dense.
How's this one gonna end?
It's a photograph. photograph. Come photograph, but photograph takes a crap. Porn is the same when you poop. Photograph after crap.
Boom.
Stop recording my shirt, got it.